For many years, Californians have been thinking about leaving California. But where are Californians going? Hi, this is Gia Silva, owner-broker of NT Realty, your trusted real estate advisor in Long Beach. Today, I'm going to share with you the interview that I had with 3 real estate professionals from different states, Idaho, Texas, and Phoenix, and they've been helping tons of Americans relocate their home and also relocate their investments. In our chat, we discussed why are Californians moving to these markets? What can they actually purchase? And what kind of investments can they acquire when they're doing a 1031 exchange? This will be a really great chat for you to hear because it'll give you an idea of what other options you have outside of California, as well as why it may be tempting to leave. So let's get right into it. I'm sure a lot of investor homeowners that are watching this want to know right now, where are Californians going? Why they're actually making the move and moving their investments to other states. So I'm happy to hear that, we're going to speak about Idaho, we're going to speak about Arizona, specifically Phoenix, Boise, and Texas, of course. So I'll start with you, Sasha. So in your market, I know that you mentioned that you're working a lot of short-term rentals. Tell me more about that.
We're actually very fortunate here in Arizona that our governor passed a law about 4 years ago to allow short-term rentals. So cities and towns can no longer dictate on short-term rentals. So it is allowed all over the state of Arizona. So we've been seeing an increase on short-term rentals, but also, the money has been coming in a lot in the state of Arizona in the last couple of years because of that. So it's really been helping a lot the economy. And what I've been seeing is because our market is so affordable, we can still buy a house here for $350 or $400 with a pool. So, and the property taxes are super, super low here. So that's why we've been seeing a lot of investors jumping in and buying properties here.
Sasha, I have a question about the short-term rentals. In the beginning of the year, did you see less of that because of travel, because of limited travel?
What happened is that when this pandemic started in March, everybody canceled, because all our events canceled. We have March is a big month for us. We have spring trainings. We have so many different events in town. And that's usually where our short-term rental rates are the highest. Okay. So when this happened, everybody canceled, but not even a week after, we got everything rebooked. So it was just a different clientele that came in and rebooked those rentals. So there was more local people that needed to quarantine. There were people coming down to work from home. So they didn't want to be in a hotel. They wanted their own house with their own pool.
Yeah.
So we've been seeing a lot of that. And since then, the occupancy rate of all our rentals are super high now. I'm running at 99% of the days, all fully booked, and our rates are super high too. We're renting these 3-bedroom, 2 baths with a pool for anywhere between $200 to $500 a night, depending on the season. So imagine when you're spending only $350,000 for a house and you're getting that type of return. That's incredible.
That is. Yeah, no, that sounds really good. And then Sasha, are you also seeing permanent rentals? Are you seeing that investors are also investing to have just a permanent tenant aside from short term?
Yes, I've had a few investors that have decided to go that route because there's less management to take care. Yeah. And they're getting pretty good return. You're looking probably in the 300. If you buy something for 300, you're looking at 1,800 a month in rent, 1,800 to 2,000 a month.
Okay.
So it's still pretty good in terms of return. But I've seen a lot of people from California, of course, coming down and just buying 3 or 4 homes, putting 25% down.
Yes.
Still being able to cash flow very well.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially with those prices compared to what you could get.
Right. But the short-term rentals, my client, cash on cash return, if you're paying cash for that house for $350, you're going to expect to get about 15% return cash on cash. That's really
Wow.
good without getting any debt and any loan. But if you're going in and getting a loan with 25% down, you're gonna get anywhere between 70 to 75% return on your investment.
Wow.
So, because if you're putting, let's say, 70,000 down, and you're making $50,000 of profit after all your expenses are paid per house, that's huge, you
That
know.
is huge. Yeah.
Then you're getting on top of that, you're getting your appreciation because our market has been going up steadily in the
Okay.
last couple of years, you know. So
Nice.
it's really very lucrative right now for investors.
No, thank you for that insight. What would you say are the hot markets to get the most short-term rents and even permanent rents in Phoenix?
For me, I've been buying my clients in areas where there's no HOAs. So you want
Okay.
to buy a little slow, like older homes, like more in the 70s and 80s type of
Okay.
homes. Then you want to have your private pool. You want to put a pool heater on. So you have the pool heater on starting in October all the way till April. So
Okay.
people can swim and the water is at 85 degrees during the entire winter.
Nice.
And those are the kind of investment that are doing the best. If you go into the $1 million return, if you're spending and you're buying a house for $1 million here, your return is not going to be as high than if you're buying a house for 350 to 400.
Got it.
So
Are there
that's what I've been.
specific areas in Phoenix where you would say, okay, this is like a really hot area in Phoenix where we're seeing rent
It's
be
kind of all over. You know, I've seen you want to stay not too far away. There's North Phoenix, Tempe is a
okay?
university town. There's Glendale, Mesa. So pretty much all over. But the key is not to get into an area where there's an HOA. Anywhere in the Phoenix area, there people are not coming necessarily always for vacation. They're coming because they want to work from there. They're coming for celebrating their friend's birthday,
Yeah.
coming for a funeral. There's always something going on. And
Okay.
that's where the most of the people, and I've been doing those short-term rentals for myself since 2012. So I've had like a lot of in and out, and now it's paying off because I've got almost 2,000 reviews on Airbnb, and so it's really helping as well to get
Very
more
nice.
people in.
Very nice. So sellers, people are going to you to see exactly how they can do that, how they can purchase
Correct,
property in Phoenix, get them into Airbnbs and start cash flowing.
correct.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Sasha. That's awesome.
Okay.
Stacy, I want to hear from you. We definitely want to hear from you. What is happening in Boise?
Oh, Boise is booming, that's for sure. So I work primarily the southern portion, southwest, Ada County and Canyon County.
Okay.
Within those two counties, we have had a lot of growth. And speaking specifically on California, I know that we have a few counties that are coming here that I can see quite frequently. That's LA County, Orange County, San Diego County, Santa Clara County, San Bernardino County, Riverside County. Those are the counties that I'm seeing most up here that are either relocating or looking to invest. So from the standpoint of just regular residential homes, we definitely are still very much a seller's market, but we have a lot of new construction happening to accommodate the amount of people that are coming in. I think our numbers pre-COVID anyways, were averaging about 2,000 a month coming up here.
Wow.
We have businesses that are also relocating because I think the taxes are just very nice and there's a bunch of space to have that. So unemployment has been low. It's been low the entire time. I still think that we're at a low unemployment rate.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the university, which is a draw. From an investment standpoint, the university is in Boise, and a lot of times what I'm seeing happening is people who are sending their children or their kids here to go to Boise State, rather than having them stay in the dorms, what they'll do is they will buy something, either a small duplex or a small home or something like this, rent out the rooms, and then when somebody graduates, they have a decision to make, right? Keep it or
Very smart. Very smart.
But our average median home price in Ada County just last month came out, and the average median home price was about 400,000.
Wow.
For new construction, that average home price is 444.
Okay.
That has been raising steadily and significantly the past, at least 5 years. Okay. And where we are year to date is almost at 15%. Last year, I think we were at 17% in Ada County, 17%, 15%. So it's been steadily coming up and rising. Canyon County is right next door to Ada County. It's a little bit closer to the Oregon side.
Okay.
So their price points are about $100,000 less. But travel time, we'll talk miles, not minutes. Okay. So mile wise, it's about 25 or 30 miles from Boise.
Okay.
So we have areas yet, as Sasha was mentioning, that have HOAs or no HOAs, but anything that is being built right now definitely has an HOA. Definitely. So what I have been seeing is people who I've been fortunate in helping some folks who had 1031 exchange. It was a unit, but we made the decision to go, instead of buying another unit, to buy the multiple homes. Okay. So our average cap rate in Ada County, I would say, is between 5 and 6% average. Okay. But with a single family home, even if it's a smaller property, you can get $2,000 a month, depending on the property. Obviously, it can go up higher or maybe a little bit lower, but not too much lower. It is, rental market is just as competitive as the housing market out.
Wow.
We have a lot of areas like in Boise or the Eagle area, a little bit, just a little bit west of Boise, fourplexes that are coming up in maybe apartment style locations where you'll have a fourplex, a fourplex, a fourplex. So it'll come on the market as the entire development, but then they'll go ahead and sell out separate fourplexes.
Got it. And what are those averaging?
From what I'm seeing, those are averaging now between 750 and 850.
Okay. 7 and 850. Here in our Long Beach market, a fourplex will go for about 1.5.
Yeah.
So, very different. Double. Very, very different. So Stacy, thank you for that. I mean, so not only are you seeing, and I know you mentioned you are from Southern California, so you relocated to Idaho. So you've been seeing that not only investors are moving their money from California to single family homes in Boise, but also people who are retiring. They're just retiring, leaving California and moving to Idaho.
We're seeing retiring people who just want to have a little bit of elbow room, a little bit of quiet, we'll just say.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of first-time home buyers that are able to purchase their home, have a little start point, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of first-time home buyers. We're seeing people who are relocating for work, especially if they're in a position where they can work remotely, to just relocate and maybe get a little bit of elbow room from their neighbors. What I always like to say for people that are coming here from Southern California, and I say that with emphasis because that's where I was in Orange County.
Yeah.
There is a sense of home when you come here. This really reminds me of Orange County 35, 40 years ago.
Okay.
The little town that I live in, which is Meridian, has a feel of Irvine. The tech industry is coming up here. We have a large aerospace industry. We have travel and tourism, manufacturing, headquarters of HP, Micron, a lot of grocery stores are here, Winco, Albertsons. Amazon now has a huge fulfillment center out here. It really is growing at a fast pace. Mm-hmm. So, but the feeling is nice. I don't have a beach, but I have rivers.
And I've heard so many beautiful things about Idaho. So I'm haven't quite been there yet, but I will definitely make my way there. I will absolutely make my way there. And you guys, jump as we're all speaking and chatting about our markets. Feel free to ask each other questions. I know that, you may want to know what's happening in each other's markets as well. But this is super exciting for us here because I get to put this out to everybody and learn more about, share and learn more about specific markets where Californians are moving to, where they're relocating to. So thank you very much, Stacy. Thank you for that. And Lua, I want to hear about Texas also. Please tell us about Texas.
Sure. So I am here in Houston, which is the fourth biggest city in the U.S.
Yeah.
So with that one too, we're getting a lot of industries coming in here. So it's not just like oil and gas. It used to be like if the oil and gas is down, then the economy in Houston is down. But now we also have this the biggest medical center in the world. So we're attracting a lot of healthcare people that are coming in to Houston. And then here, it's not just like in the medical center. Hospitals are also coming out to the suburbs. So that's attracting a lot of healthcare professions and also the technology industry. They're all here, and we are the most populous, biggest population here in Texas.
In Texas.
And that, yes, on that note, multifamily and rentals are booming. And for single family home, our average price here is about $275.
$275, your average price point. Wow.
Yes, yes. And in on that note too, that would be like in the suburbs, which are people are coming in and renting out because of the great school system that we have here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not just like in the central Houston that people are coming in, but also in the suburbs. And also because we still have a lot of land, so new constructions are still growing. And on that note too, also Texas because we don't have the state tax,
Yeah.
which is a great relief coming from California. But one thing that my clients are just like, I want to let them know that when they move here, some areas, because we have the mud property here, which is the municipality utility district,
Yeah.
so it really applies most of the areas that are on the new construction.
Okay.
You're still paying for the utilities and the roads, and then later on it's just going to come down. So it's better for investment properties to go look for properties that are not covered with mud anymore.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And what areas would you say where you're at that would be the best areas that you're seeing in terms of investments, in terms of return? And then where are the areas that you're seeing a lot of people actually move to, like retiring to?
So if for families, they all go for outside of the central Houston, which is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes drive.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be like in Fort Bend County, like one of your clients that we're planning to move here. So Fort Bend County, because we have great schools in Fort Bend, and also for those that are not looking for schools and more, they're just looking for proximity to work and the medical center, like in the downtown area, it's upcoming area, and we're getting a lot of new constructions that are being built there, and also they are now open to some constructions or communities. They are all open up for short-term things.
Okay.
It was like it was a challenge. Like some were asking for short-term goals, but then but the HOA won't allow it, so I can't really like tell them like, yeah, you can purchase it, and then they don't have the problem for
But that's why it's so
tenants.
important to look at HOA, right? Because some
Yes.
HOAs will just not allow the short term.
Yes.
Sasha, you mentioned that about HOA, but then you also mentioned that in Phoenix, the governor had said that it was just completely open to everyone. Do HOAs have their own set of rules? Also?
Yes, it does. Yeah, HOA will supersede the actual Arizona laws on regulations, but there are some HOAs that allow them. We just got to look into the CCNRs and review. but still, even if there's no restrictions in it, the HOAs will be kind of a tough one to deal with sometimes, because they're just gonna, if they know that you have a rental there, or they're gonna look at your lot all the time and send you like fines. And
Yeah.
I have one of those that is left, and it's just been kind of always something, because they know that I'm renting it at short term, and there's nothing they can do about it. But they still try to get you out of there.
Yeah,
So.
it's still HOAs.
It is.
Yeah, we know how HOAs work. And not to go off our topic, Luau, thank you for letting me know about that with HOAs. Are you seeing that most of the properties that are the new constructions, they all have HOAs? Is that what you're saying?
About 80% of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it really depends. Like once all the units are sold, then it would be the residents who will decide like if they're gonna get an HOA or they will manage it themselves.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you guys have any stories? I know, Stacy, we spoke about someone that you had helped that moved from Mission Viejo out to Boise. Any stories where you know of someone who moved from California, either to move, retire, just change of lifestyle, or took all their investments from here and moved them to your market?
So in my situation, I've worked with investors from Texas and from California that have just not moved all of their investments, but have also now expanded their portfolio a little bit and included Idaho in with their portfolio.
Okay.
So one of them went a little bit more, they were going for a higher cap rate. So ended up investing in Payette County, which is really close to Oregon. And of course, the units then were older units, but we were able to find those with cap rates between 10 and 12%. So again, older units. Okay. Now, for the one that I had shared with you was a beautiful family who had a unit in Mission Viejo on the lake, and they were wanting to do a 1031 exchange. We estimated that they would be getting about $650 from their sale, and the recommendation was made to, rather than to take that and put it back in multi-unit, let's split it up and go 2 single-family units, because the way that this market is going and the prices, even if you only have to hold it for 2 years, for sure they were gonna make money on that. And I knew that there wasn't going to be a problem renting them. So it took us about 30 days to rent them. I mean, of course, we bought new construction, so we had to do the window treatments and everything else. Yeah. A 1-year home warranty on that, so we know they don't have to put anything out. Got them rented right away, long-term rentals. So we did, a year at a time. And, they have 1 more year left. Come that year, they'll have a decision to make on whether or not they want to sell those properties. And just because of the way that we communicate together and keep in touch, if I was to sell those properties today, they would already, within both of those properties, enter into the market between $35,000 and $45,000 higher than what they closed.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I think we can all agree that all of our markets are just booming. Real estate as a whole is just crazy bananas right now. It's really defining, right? Like you said, Stacy, like diversifying your portfolio, seeing what you're going to keep here in California. I'm seeing a lot of that, where they're going to move some investments. Some people are just like, I'm moving completely somewhere else. So it's really interesting to hear what is happening in every market, even though we have different price points. We're kind of going through the same things, right? We all are. So what do you guys foresee happening in your market for 2021? It's we're right around the corner from an election, right? And the more I hear, the more I hear Californians, the more I hear that they're going to keep leaving California. What do you guys see in the real estate market for 2021 in your area?
Well, I think in Arizona, what I'm expecting is that our supply is so low still. We're going to continue in the same directions. We still don't have enough units available for all the people that are moving into Arizona right now.
Yeah.
So I think our price is going to continue to go up slightly, like a 3 to 4% a year. And I'm expecting maybe towards the end of the year, we might see a little bit more supplies happening. So at the end of 2021. So
we're all hoping for that.
Right. So that's what I'm expecting, because some people obviously will have to sell in the next 4 months and 5 months. I'm expecting it's going to affect a little bit the economy, but I think it's not going to be foreclosure or short sales because everybody has equity in their homes right now.
Yes.
So I'm expecting that we're just going to see a small amount of properties added to the supplies.
Oh, good. Good. That's going to be very good for the market for sure.
Right.
What about you, Lua? What do you see happening in Texas?
I am excited that I think it's still gonna keep on growing, and even during the 2008, where the rest of the states, like some states have been like really affected that time. Here in Houston, we had just a steady increase on the market. We never really had a drop on the house market. So with what we have right now, the best interest rates we have, and then everybody's like a lot of people are moving to more of the suburbs too. I see a lot of increase of that one, looking for a pool, for a backyard space. Yeah. So, and then also, I also see a trend from people moving to Houston that they want to be renting houses first before they actually purchase a house. And then also, even if they decide on buying right away, you're looking at new construction to be built like 8 to 10 months. So there's gonna be like a market already for like rental.
Okay. All right. Nice. That's Texas. And what about you, Stacy? What do you see happen in Idaho?
Well, interestingly, when I mentioned before, I watch, how the money flows and everything. Interestingly, those who are selling tend to stay in Idaho. So, so what I've noticed anyways is it's going from Boise into Canyon County, coming up to Payette, unless there's a job change that's, requiring them to go someplace else. The people that are coming are not just coming from California, but they're coming and then their friends are coming. So I don't see our prices going down. I don't see our market slowing. Not right away anyways.
Thank you guys so much. This was so insightful. I'm so happy to share this with my Californians, right? Because there's just so many questions out there, so many voices out there. So thank you so much for taking the time and joining me in this Zoom chat. I'm gonna make sure that everyone who's watching has your information.
Thank you.
You are wonderful. And if there's anyone here in California that's looking to move, relocate, move their investments to Phoenix, Texas, and Idaho, I'm gonna make sure that they stay in contact with you. So thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day. Good day.
So if you're curious to find out how much properties have increased in your Long Beach neighborhood, or how much equity you have and what's the new value of your home, go ahead and click the link below. So if you've been thinking about moving out of California, but you still have some questions that you need answers to, I would love to be your trusted real estate advisor. Give me a call. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, go ahead and like it. If you'd like to see more of this, subscribe to my channel and comment below. See you next time.